Hey Flaunters, so we took a poll and asked, what were some YouTube videos that you'd like to see? And one that kept coming up was getting more help with your inversions. So I have Nessie here, and she's one of the instructors from the Exotic Workouts locations, and she's going to be helping us. And today we are going to be going over the most common inversion mistakes and the proper technique for nailing a beautiful inversion. So let's get started. Mistake number one, having your inside arm on top. So let's see what that looks like. So you're excited, you're like ready to go into your inversion, but your arms aren't set up properly. So as you can see, it almost looks like you're choking yourself because you have your outside arm going across your chin. So we always want to remember that our inside arm needs to be on the bottom. Okay, so inside on the bottom, outside on top. Now, mistake number two, having your arms too high up. So, okay, you have your inside arm on the bottom, great, but you have your arms super extended. This is not the proper position for your inverts because you can't even engage your lats and the other muscles that you need to successfully execute your inversion. So we want to make sure that our arms are bent. So your bicep on your outside arm should not be covering your chin. If your bicep is covering your chin, then you know your arm is too high. So again, you should be able to see your chin above your bicep. So let's see what it looks like trying to do an inversion with our arms super extended. So let's do it, Nessie. Nessie's gonna have her arms up and she's gonna swing wildly, not being able to control her muscles, can barely get up, or even if you do get up, it's only a matter of time before you pull a muscle or you hurt yourself. I know it takes a little patience and practice, but trust me, it's worth it. Now, mistake number three, inverting with your hips behind the pole. Flaunters, we need our hips in front of the pole, inside arm on the bottom, outside arm engaged, so that we can get into our inversion. Now, we're in the perfect position for our inversion. Hips in front, inside arm on the bottom, outside on top. Nessie has her shoulders down and back and engaged. But guess what? Instead of engaging her core, which is mistake number four, not engaging your core, she is going to just swing up from this position. So show us what that looks like, Nessie. She's swinging. And yes, again, she can get up, but she's not building the core strength that she needs to eventually go into a straddle. So she can get up and go into her skills, but when it's time to invert on spin pole or have a beautiful straddle, that's when she's going to start to get frustrated again. So what she wants to do is think about engaging her core, bringing her knees up, and controlling the movement as she brings her feet to the pole. So let's bring that down and see it again. So again, Nessie wants to think about engaging her core once she's in the proper position, bringing her knees up and crossing. Perfect. Now let's go over the final mistake, which I was guilty of it, okay? So I get it, trust me. And it's trying to go right into your straddle before your body is ready. So even if you have all the steps, you are in the perfect positioning on the pole, if you don't have the core strength yet, you will not be able to go into your straddle. So Nessie's gonna demonstrate for us what it looks like trying to go into your straddle before you have the core strength. So as you can see, her legs are straight. It looks beautiful, but she's incapable of bringing the hips up. So this is where more conditioning comes into play. So on the conditioning section of the Fit to Flaunt app, we have several exercises that are designed to help you build core strength and understand how to control your movements to get into your straddle. So I'll demonstrate one of those exercises now just so you can see what they look like. So Nessie's going to show us her knee tucks. So for the knee tucks, you get into the exact position that you would for your inversions. But instead of focusing on going into your invert, Nessie is going to put all her energy, and it's going to be a lot of energy, to bring her knees to her elbows. Now, when you're first starting off, you may find that you can only bring your knees up halfway. They may be nowhere near your elbows, and that's okay. First is do 8 to 10 reps of bringing knee to elbow and coming down control. Knee to elbow, knees to elbows. Perfect. Once that gets easy, well, I don't know, it's still not, I wouldn't use the word easy. I'll just say once it gets more comfortable, then we want to focus on holding that position. So we're doing an isometric muscle contraction to really build the strength. So Nessie's going to bring her knees and she's going to hold it for 5 seconds. Ooh, I don't want to be Nessie right now. Is it burning? No, you look happy. We're going to make her hold it for 10 seconds because you're still smiling. Okay, you can bring it down. So this exercise is super challenging, so please don't try to attempt it first. But these are some of the conditioning exercises on the Fit to Flaunt app, and I promise you, Flaunters, they will get you right for your inversions. So now, Nessie, before we end, we'd love for you to show us how to practice our straddle safely without swinging our legs. So Nessie's going to tuck, cross her ankles. I'll turn her so you guys can see. She's going to make sure that she doesn't allow her arms to straighten. She wants to stay slightly engaged, and she is going to bring her knees down and open into her straddle. Now this is a tough one, and slowly lower. Yes. Did you feel the burn? Tell the truth. That was, you felt it? See, Nessie's out of breath. This is what we want. This is when we know that we're working hard. But that exercise, Flaunt, will definitely help you to condition for your inversion, especially since we're just working backwards. For more engaging and easy to follow tutorials, be sure to download the Fit to Flaunt app.